It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. Hey y'all, what's up? So, I was kind of touched by that little situation that happened like yesterday or the day before when the young lady was like unalived by the other baby mama and the baby daddy was right there and they got in a fight. Well, I was really bothered by it because I have had like a couple situations where I was in fights with the other baby mama. I have 8 kids, everybody know that, by 5 different guys. And 4 of my baby daddies, I have been in a fight with at least one of the girls that they got kids from. One situation had escalated so bad to where the girl ended up going to prison. But I'm going to tell y'all about when me and her got in a fight and how we be trying to prove a point that the guy love us or care about us or still fool with us. It ain't even no reason to be proving no point about these guys. Like, the older me would tell the younger me, ain't no use to trying to prove no point. It's way too many fish out here in the sea. It's other men. Go find you somebody else. Because if a man love you, he wouldn't put you in a situation where you gotta prove that he still fooling with you or he care about you. But let me tell y'all about how one time when he had called me over, we had broke up, and I think my baby was a couple months old, our 3rd child. I had done had 3 kids by this man. He ended up getting another girl pregnant while we was together, and I was pregnant with my last baby from him. So I ended up saying that I wasn't accepting him having a child on me, and I wasn't going to be a burden or hinder him from taking care of his child because I'm a woman first. But I told him that I didn't want to be with him because he had a child on me. And it's like, you broke it, everything. It's like, that can't be fixed. That's a deal breaker for me, that if you have a kid with somebody else, I mean, I could forgive you for cheating if you change, but I can't forgive you if you bring a child in the world with somebody. So, long story short, y'all, he had moved out and he moved in with his cousin. Actually, I put him out. But however it went, he moved in with his cousin. So he called me over here to go to his house. And now when I get to his house, y'all, he was there, the cousin was there. He trying to act like he wanted me back, he wanted his family back, and that he been over there just chilling at his cousin's house. Well, when I go in the room that he's sleeping in, y'all, he got a picture of the other baby mama on the dresser. He had some KY jelly in there. He had some Vaseline in there. And I'm like, well, what you be doing? What y'all got going on? I said, and why you got this picture in here and had the nerves to come over here and see you and talk to you and you wanted to work it out, this, that, and the third. So, y'all, I was fit to be tired then. I was like, I was finna leave. I was like, ain't no working this out. Like, you playing games and I see where we at because, you know, you got this picture of this girl in here, whatever. So, I was getting ready to leave. Now, when I'm getting ready to leave, I see the girl car ride by. I parked on the side, but I was coming out the back of the house because they had a porch. So I'm like, I'm not thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe she just ride by. Well, she probably seen my car. So when they rolled by, they came through. It had like this little pathway behind the girl house. They came back there through the pathway. But when they came through the pathway, I went back in there and told him that I seen them and I seen them turning. And I said, if she come up here bothering with me, it's on. He was like, I ain't got time for this. I ain't finna hear this. I'm finna leave. I ain't got time for this. I'm like, you finna leave? And I said that the girl about to show up. I mean, if ain't nothing going on with y'all, why you gotta run away because the girl about to show up? Kid y'all not. Just like he said he was about to leave, he left me. Now, it's just me, his cousin, her friend, her husband, and 5 of my children, because I had 5 kids at the time. The last 3 was his. My oldest 2 was from 2 other guys. He left. I go outside, and I'm starting to put my kids in the car. Well, I go back, because I see they pulling up. I go back, and I tell the cousin that the girl done rolled up. So when I tell the cousin that the girl done rolled up, I said, this girl been bothering me for years and I'm tired of it. I'm like, if she pull up here trying to fight me, it's on. The cousin was like, all right. She was like, well, if you want to, then we can do it. I said, oh, I want to because I'm tired of it. Now, she was way bigger than me. I was small. I was like 120 pounds at the most. I always been small. And I got bigger over the years, but I was real small. And she was like big. She was like probably almost 200 pounds. I don't know how big she was, but she was bigger than me. So she pulled up. They put their car back there. The cousin come out. Everybody like, no, this ain't finna do this. Y'all ain't finna do this. Y'all ain't finna do that. I was like, we is. I got my churn. I put them in the house. I said, it's going down. I ran off the porch. Me and her started tussling. I mean, we going at it. Boop, 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 boop. Her cousin get out the car. Her cousin started holding me, pulling my hands all behind my back. Now, nobody don't got the girl, but she pulling my hands all behind my back and everything. So when she pulled my hands behind my back, then the girl husband run out there. And he like, nah, we ain't finna do no jumping. And he break it up. Baby daddy nowhere in sight. Y'all heard me? My baby daddy, my kid's daddy, because I have 3 kids from him, was nowhere in sight. He had done walked to the store. The cousin and everybody had done told him that we had done get in the fight. Now, since she came over there with her crew, I had done called my crew up after the fight was over. And he calling talking about what's going on. Don't call me. Don't call me talking about know what's going on because you left me and my kids. You left me by myself because this is your people house. This ain't my people house. But good thing that I was good with his people because it could have got crazy. It could have even been worse. But I say this to say that. We be proving that point and think them guys really do care about us and they don't care about us like they say they do. At least he couldn't care about me like that because you left me in a situation like that. You left. Like, how you gonna leave me here to fight this battle that you created? Like, I don't understand it. Some guys are so messy and will create a situation, but when it get hot, they will run. Like, you literally ran from the situation. And like I say, the older me now will tell the younger me that boy wasn't no good for you. Keep it moving. Don't be out here acting a fool and fighting about these dudes. Silence is a killer. You can be quiet. You ain't even gotta even tussle. You ain't got to tongue wrestle with nobody. You want him, you can have him. But that was a prime example that I had to learn from, that this man didn't really mean me no good. Me and the girl end up having another altercation. Okay, so boom, part 2 of my story about what do I call this? The conflicts of the baby mamas, the back and forth with the baby daddy and the baby mama drama. Well, anyways, I don't have a topic for this story. I just told y'all that if y'all want to hear more stories that happened with me, with my baby daddy and his other baby mamas, to let me know. So y'all said y'all wanted part 2. So part 2. So we're gonna talk about baby daddy number 3. Cause last incident was about baby daddy number 3, and I said that it got so rocky till the girl ended up going to prison. So we're gonna talk about some things that happened that led her to going to prison. So I ain't pointing fingers at nobody, but I'm gonna take accountability for dealing with a man that was cheating on me and that showed me that he, that he didn't want to stop doing what he was gonna do. And I stayed with him for 9 years. We lived together. We was in a real, relationship. He had proposed to me like several times in this relationship, but being that I knew that he had been cheating on me and I didn't trust him, I wasn't going to marry him because I felt like, why would we get married and you cheating on me? Don't try to marry me because of what you done. So anyways, we have had several incidents. One, I recall, I was at home with the kids. I hadn't gotten ready for bed and he had went to work this day. And I usually pick him up from his job and he didn't call me to, give him a ride from work. So I'm like, how he get home? I already had the incident with the girl, but I let him come back home because around Mother's Day I had found out he was cheating on me with the girl. Now, I had been hearing about it. People had been telling me that they had been, seeing him around her or whatever, or even in a club. I think one of my friends had seen him with her or whatever, and they told me. But, I had been with this man for 3 years at the time. I had 2 kids from him, and then I found out I was pregnant with our 3rd child. So, anyways, he didn't call me. He got his own ride home. So it's late. It probably was about 2 o'clock in the morning. He went in at 4. They're supposed to get off at 12, but sometimes it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes it could be later. So he got off of work, got his ride, came home. I heard him in the kitchen. He was in the kitchen fiddling around. He was in a little grocery bag. So while he was in the grocery bags, I woke up and tried to fake like I was asleep because I didn't want him to know. I didn't know what he was doing, but I knew it was something kind of weird because he didn't call me to get him a ride from work. So he came in the room, got him like 2 or 3 outfits or whatever, put in the bag, and then he left out the door. Didn't say nothing to me. So I called his name when I seen him go out the door because I tiptoed behind him, and when I seen the back of the girl's car, she had like a Lexus. So I seen the back of her car and the lights. So he got in the car and they drove off. Now, mind you, that was very disrespectful. Not only was it disrespectful, the young lady made another video and said that I knew about her, she didn't know about me. But if you didn't know about me, how you came to my house and picked the man up from my house? You brought him to my house to get something and then to go spend the night with you. So you lied right there. Let's clear that up. You knew about me because I had been with him for 3 years. But this ain't about you. This is about some stuff that happened when me and him was together and you was involved. So anyways, one of my homegirls had moved out there in the little area where she lived at. So she had told me that she had seen her out there and told me the apartment she seen her going to. So I followed them. I got right in my car, drove out there, followed them, snuck up to the window because I seen the room light on, and I looked in the blinds and I seen him laying in the bed with his boxers on. They in there talking and laid up. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we doing. So I left. I went home. I got in my car, and I probably didn't even sleep that night. I couldn't wait till the next morning because it was late. When the next morning came, I went to the dollar store and I brought 5 gallons of bleach, and I poured all that bleach on his clothes. I tore up his shoes too. I got his shoes. I wrote on them. I drew on them. I gave some to the bases in the neighborhood. Like, I was so fit to be tied. I was so mad because I was calling him too and he wasn't answering. So after I did all that the next day, I went back to her house. I dropped him out there in front of her apartment though. I knocked on the door and I ran. Reason being I ran because he liked to tussle. So I went to her house. I went to her house, which probably was messy, but he was there. He was in a relationship with me. But you came to my house first to pick him up. So yeah, I went to her house. Dang, my light went off. Okay, y'all, I lost my light. It went out, but that's okay. We're gonna finish recording. So what I was saying, okay, I went to the house after I destroyed the clothes or whatever, and I ended up leaving. He called and he was like, I done messed up everything. I done tore up everything and he ain't had nothing to come back home to. Well, that was the point. What do you think? I just tore it up for my own good? I tore it up so you wouldn't have shit. You came with shit, you leave with shit. You don't leave with what you came. You didn't got here. You leave with shit. Is you crazy? So anyhow, that was one particular incident that we had. I didn't really go there to start with her, but it kind of like tit for tat. But I didn't go there to like fight with her or, just try to mess with her or nothing. I did go there to her house because he was there and she came to my house to pick him up. She picked him up from work and then brought him to my house. That was disrespectful. So I just felt like, if she came to my house, I can go to her house. Ain't no problem with it. I didn't have no beef because I didn't know you. I give you the benefit of the doubt because you didn't know, or you probably did know because the whole town knew that we was together. He didn't have a vehicle. He drove my car. So you should have known that he was with me, but men lie. So I don't blame her for her part because I don't know what he was telling her. But she watched the video and she had some things to say that I didn't like that she said, because again, I was over what happened. You know, it's a lot of drama that went on. So one night I was in my bed sleep and I had to go to work the next day. So I don't play about my job. I had to be there at 6. I already had got some warnings for being late. I have to have my kids to school. I have to take my kids to daycare. I got to go across town to take them to daycare. Then come back on the side of the town where I live to go to work. Because my kids' daycare was way on the other side of the town. It was in the Lakeland area and I lived in Vandalism. So anyways, I get a knock real loud. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm just sleeping because I'm not expecting no company. And I didn't think it was my apartment because I stayed on the 3rd floor. It could be the 2nd floor or the 1st floor. Somebody could be beating on that door. But if they ain't beating on mine, because I ain't looking for nobody to come here this time. Now I got to go to work. So I kept getting the beatings. And then I finally got up because I'm like, why is these people knocking on my door? By the time I got up and went to the door, it was my neighbors telling me that somebody had vandalized my truck and that they had been trying to wake me up while the people was going around my car, like busting my tires, trying to break my windows, bust out my tail light, just trash my truck. So I go down the stairs to see what my truck looking like, and I see I ain't got but one tie I can use, because when they got to the 4th tie, the knife broke. And when the knife broke, the piece that broke was on the ground by the tie. So the back lights was out a little bit. They went out that bad. It wasn't broke that bad, but it was broke. I had to get another tail light. They keyed up my truck. They bust all the tires, so I had to get my tires replaced. I ended up getting my truck painted. I painted it my favorite color, purple, because it had been vandalized, and I had to make a police report. So when the police got there, yes, I called the police because I need to make a report of this. And since me and the girl had been going back and forth a little bit, I started calling the police, making reports, because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And I need to start reporting this, because now that somebody has came and vandalized my truck, it's getting a little too far. We already had them fault. Now y'all messing with my vehicle. I need to start making a report. So I made the report. I gave them the piece of the knife that I found, hoping that they'll get some prints off of it and that they would find the person that vandalized my truck. They asked me, did I have anybody in mind? I threw some names out there and told them to run them for their prints so I can see if this is the people that is bothering with me or whatever. So they really didn't find nothing then, or they wasn't paying attention to the case. They wasn't paying attention to the case. And so the case probably was like, it went on for a while, and they would call me with little small updates, but it wasn't really much of nothing. So I wasn't really pressing an issue. It wasn't neither here or there. Like, I ended up getting all the stuff done. I filed it on my insurance, and I got everything I needed taken care of. So now we can start talking about, oh no, before we talk about that, it was another incident that happened after that. I seen her at the store. My mama was in prison. My mama had came home, and we seen the side chick at the gas station. My mama was in an uproar. She was mad. She was angry. She wanted to bless her. But I was like, Mom, just let it go. It's okay. I done moved. I don't want that man. If he with her, he can have her. Blase squad, we just gonna leave it alone. My mama wanted to tussle. My mama was mad, so my mama was like, you don't bother nobody, and ain't nobody finna be bothering with you, especially not by no man. Like, if she wanna fight, she can fight me. She ain't wanna tussle. She got in that car, spinned off and left. Now, I see you watching my videos, and you know that these stories are true. This stuff is occurred. I didn't bother you. I didn't stalk you. You stalked me. You rolled by my house several times. I moved, and you came to the address where I moved at in Modella. In Lakeland, you roll by my house every day. And I know people won't get on here and say, but it's some people on here, it's some people that follow me that is from Lakeland. It's some friends that I have can say that they knew. They had been on my porch and you followed me before. I mean, you passed by my house before. So, you did. You stalked me. You came and you vandalized my car. I have went to your house before. Yes, I did. I did that. But I didn't bother you in the way that you was trying to intimidate me. I was very small back then and you was bigger. And you was used to be around other people that used to be with that stuff. I didn't really hang with nobody. I had friends, but I used to be with just my kids. So, you watching my videos and I'm telling this story. Don't come on here with the lies. If we gonna tell it, we gonna tell it the right way. And that's what I'm doing. I'm telling what happened. What happened, happened. It's the past. That's why it's called story time. I do story times on here. So it's the incident that happened in my life. You was involved with it. I didn't expose you, but since you came and made a story time, now it's time for me to tell what happened. My side. This is my side of the story. I'm talking to my people. So you can come over here and have a seat. But you can go on your side and tell what you want to talk about on your side. But over here, you need to have a seat. So, not only my life, I had my kids that was with me. But, we're going to get into that. So, one day, I was at my house. I was a very well-known hairstylist in Lakeland. I still do hair. I'm into some other stuff. I don't do a lot like I did when I was in Lakeland. I lived in Lakeland 18 years, and I was a very well-known hairstylist. So this particular time, I had a client at my house. Now, my baby daddy, side chick, had them been riding by the house all day. So I had a couple people at my house, and we was, I was doing a friend of mine, good friend of my hair. So when I was doing her hair, I want to say the people pulled up to my house. My baby daddy was there. When they pulled up to my house, I think they egged my front porch, they egged my car, and my car had a big dent in it. They kicked the dent in it or something. Something happened to this other car I had. So my baby daddy go out the door, and it's the side chick. Him and the side chick going back and forth, tussling and everything, all in the yard and everything. Now, remind you, I am doing hair. I have a client at my house doing hair. So I'm below, like, what is going on and why you at my house and why we doing this? Because you know he here, you know we together. There's no more, you don't know. You know where we live, because of course he lived with me. He was with me when he met you. You know, he was probably in my car because he used to drive it, So my client was pretty upset that she came to my house. I want you to know that my client drug her from one end of the street to the middle of the street. I mean, they got it down. I mean, so many people came out. It was looking like a block party over there at this point, because now we done went from doing hair to out there in the streets tussling. My friend called her other friends. The side chick called her family members, and it went down out there. Got her butt tore up by this man, and he didn't do nothing. He didn't help her either. He was cussing her out, disrespecting her, telling her to get from over there. He don't even know why she came over there. We ended up calling the police because the brawl was so big to get the people out the neighborhood, so the people to go home. I couldn't even finish my client hair. She had to come back the next day because she tussled with her. She was pissed off and couldn't believe she was even pissed off with my baby daddy. She was out there giving everybody the business. Because why you at her house? Why you ain't got your side chicks in line? And why they pulling up over here? What's going on? But you're not going to bully her, because again, I was very small, very petite, and I felt like that they were trying to bully me. And so did my friend. So my friend was like, I'm finna handle this today. I think my friend had her work clothes on too, baby, but she handled it. So it was several incidents that was reported. We called the police. That was reported. My friend had to come back the next day. I had to finish her hair the next day. And it kind of made like some of my business bad because people were hearing that, you know, like we was tussling over there. You're supposed to be running a business out your house and your baby daddy can't get his side chicks in line. And here you is being unprofessional because they popping up at your house while you working. So the reason why she went to prison is because every time we had an incident, I called the police. She didn't know that. But now you're watching. You're about to find out some key points to why you went to prison. Because I don't know if you delusional or you in denial. Because I went over there to your page and seen your little story time. And you got to be delusional to think that any jealousy, there is not any jealousy over here, okay? So, anyways, y'all, I got off of work, went to go get my kids, some snacks. We stopped to the store. When we got to the store, I seen her car pass by because the store windows are glass, the doors, and you can see out the store. You can see to the road. You can see Memorial Boulevard. We was in this store. Can't remember the name of the store, but it was on Memorial Boulevard in Lakeland, Florida, right by Never Shop. I took my kids in there to get them some snacks. When I took them in there to get some snacks, my sister had called me and asked me to ride. I think she wanted me to ride to Tampa or somewhere. She wanted me to ride with her. So I'm like, okay, I'll ride with you. So I'm going to stop and get my kids some snacks first because Tampa is a little ways. Well, while I'm in the store, I see the girl car pass by the store. She passed by the store and she bring the whole block around. By this time, I done got my kids and I'm like, let's get in the car. Let's dip. Because I had them been hearing some things and I didn't know how true they was. But I hope that she ain't gone loony bug. So anyways, and the fact that I wasn't even with the guy anymore, we was thrown. Okay? I was like done with him. He was not living with me. We was not living together. We was still sleeping together. Because what baby mamas and baby daddies do, they be doing that sometimes. I don't know about y'all, but you know, me and mine, we be... Nah, let me stop playing. But anyways, I got my kids in the car, the truck, because I had a Durango. I buckled everybody up, put everybody in their seatbelts, put them on their row, got in the car, drove out the store, and I went left. When I went left, the girl car was coming up the road, y'all. When her car came up the road, she stopped by mine, and she tried to block my car where I couldn't get around her. When she stopped her car, she reached down. I don't know if she was in her purse or whatever she had. She pulled out a firearm. When she pulled out that firearm, I kind of blanked out because I was scared. I didn't know what was going on, what led up to this, why you got a firearm. I got my kids in the back seat, like my whole life flashed before me because I ain't been in that situation with another woman about a man. I didn't know what she was gonna do. I can hear her because I'm like in shock. I'm just looking. She waving it around all crazy and talking shit and bitch, what you gonna do now and all this shit. I mean, she going on and on. She cussing. I look in the back seat after I come to my senses, and her daughter is standing up in the back seat behind her son in the car. Our kids are little. I got a 1-year-old, I got like a couple-month-old baby, and I got a 2-year-old that's about to be 3 in the car. And she waving this gun around, and then you got your kids in the car with you, and you waving this gun around, talking crazy. I mean, reckless with the gun. I don't know what you doing, but you scared the hell out of me. That's what you did. You did. I pulled my car, back it out, drive kind of around to go around her car, because again, she pulled up where she can kind of corner me off. went around, speed down, get on my phone, call my sister and like, man, this bitch got a gun. Nicole just pulled out a gun on me and my kids. And my sister like, what? I'm like, yeah. She was like, call the police. I said, I am. I'm trying to get to your house and I'm going to call the police when I get there. I said, she behind me, because she turns around and she follows me. So she followed me all the way. We off of Memorial. We go down 2nd Street. I get on 10th Street. We go all the way down to Lincoln. What's they called? Lincoln Court Apartments? I think that's what it was called. She followed me all the way down there. When I see her coming, I'm getting off the phone with my sister now, and I'm calling the police because the bitch got a gun. She has a gun. And I don't know what the fuck her plans is, but I got my kids. And bitch, I ain't dying about no nigga. Not today. So I called the police. And when I call the police, get them the description of the car, tell them the driver, because she flying down the road, but I'm going faster. But she get down there, and then she passed by my sister's house and stop at the stop sign. When she stopped at the stop sign, this girl started letting off shots in the air. Boom, 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 boom. By this time, we scared than a motherfucker. I got the police on the phone, and the police hear the shots. Literally, they hear the shots. So I hear the police sirens coming up, because I was telling where I was at. And you know, when you on the phone with the lady, the 911 call, they keep you on there till the police arrive. So I tell the lady that I hear the police coming, but she like, don't hang up the phone. And she was like, was that gunshots? And then I'm telling my kids, get down, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down. Because we don't know. We don't see her. We don't know if she coming back. We don't know nothing. We just hear the sounds of the gun and we drop down. So you can hear my kids in the background, and the lady like, oh my God, are y'all okay? I'm like, we okay. I'm like, she at the corner. She turned around and I see it, and she speed off and drive back by, and then the police is coming. So I guess she seen the police when she make a U-turn, and she drive back down. We down in the car, we down in the seats. We so scared, we running, we don't know what's going on. So she turned around and she passed by, and the police come flushing. So I guess she make it back to the 2nd Street area, because that's where I told them the incident actually happened, where she pulled the gun out. But when she shot it, we was over on Lincoln Court by 5th Street at my sister's house. So the police fly down there. They fly down there. They see her car. She riding. I don't know how she got rid of her evidence, but she got rid of that evidence before the police got to her. But the police did get to her, and they arrested her, and they took her to jail. So in part 5, I was telling y'all that, you know, she shot the gun. I had my babies with me, and I called 911, and they heard her shooting the firearm while I was on the call. She was arrested. She had to bail out. She bailed out. She went to prison. So remember when I told y'all that my car was vandalized, right? My car was vandalized. A piece of the knife was broke and left. I gave that to the police, right? When I called the police, when she shot this gun and she went to jail, now they was able to fingerprint her. When she was arrested, they said that she had, what is called when you shoot the gun? Gunpowder all over her. All in her hair, all over her clothes. They say the gunpowder was everywhere. So they did know that she did shoot the gun, because she had gunpowder all over her. Not only to mention, when the knife broke from them flattening my tires, her fingerprints was all over. So the piece of the knife that had broke off had her fingerprints all over it. They fingerprinted her. They tied that criminal mischief case to now this case where she has been arrested for threatening my life and my kids' life, because my kids was with me. Remind you, I had just got them from daycare. So now they took that other case and they put that case together. The lady called me back After she was arrested, the state attorney called me back and said, we got her. We got her. We got her. I said, what? She said her fingerprints was all over that piece of knife. We got her. So now we're about to charge her with stalking, aggravated battery. She's about to get child abuse and child neglect charges. I mean, she had a list of charges. She had a list of charges. But the key piece was her fingerprints was over that knife. So when I had been calling the police because she had been bothering me, I even tried to get an injunction on her before, and they didn't give me them because they said the case wasn't strong enough. Well, after she shot that gun with her kids in the car, and my kids in my car, I don't even know why would she do a thing like that. Why would you shoot a gun in the air with your kids in the back seat of the car, your baby standing up? Like, you crazy. Like, that's all I could think of. Ain't nothing in this world gonna drive me to that point over no man. But it drove her there, drove her very far, because that little petty stuff we had going on was not nothing to lead up to buying a firearm. You brought a gun. What was you buying a gun for? I don't know. You should have been using it for somebody that was trying to hurt you. I wasn't trying to hurt you. But anyways, she brought that gun and she used it. She didn't use it on me, but she used it recklessly. I mean, I don't know what for, because hello? I just don't know. I still don't know what for. She did apologize for her, what she did. I'm just don't understand what led up to you buying a firearm. But anyways, the state attorney had called me, and they were so excited to get her, and they kept asking me, like, what did I want to see happen to her? I'm like, this could have been bad. So it definitely has to be a lesson learned. It has to be some jail time. And the lady was like, this ain't no jail time. This is prison. We talking about prison. She ain't going to jail. She going past the jail when they're done with her. So they kept going to court or whatever every week. And she decided that, I guess she was innocent. I mean, well, the 911 call has the kids in the background, has the gunshots in the background. The knife where you vandalized my car has your fingerprints all over it. And then you get arrested with gunpowder all over you. So you innocent? You guilty as charged. So she decided that she was going to go to trial. Now, I was hoping and praying that she didn't go to trial, because I knew, I don't know if she had a lawyer or what was going on. I don't know, because I didn't figure out what was going on her behalf of the case. I was just showing up for my behalf of the case, because don't play with me. I don't play with no firearms, and don't play around my little kids. My babies, I'm supposed to protect and provide and make sure they're safe. And what you did was very reckless. So I was like, she got to face some consequences now. I don't want her to be too harsh on her because she got kids. But some consequences got to be done. Because if it was me, they would have did it to me. If I'd have did that to them, they would have did the same thing to me. I wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't blame them. Why would I? I mean, if I'm shooting a gun and you got your kids, if I pull out one, that's a threat. You can't pull out no gun and threaten nobody's life with it. That is illegal. So I called the police. I needed help. You supposed to call 911 when you need help. I don't understand why you didn't think I was going to call the damn police. Is you crazy? So anyhow, I called the damn police, and she decided that she's going to take this shit to trial. So it goes to trial. When it goes to trial, because I can't even believe we're going to trial. We goes to trial, and her mother is sitting in there with some pictures. And my sister said she had all accounts and stuff, and she was talking crazy. When she was talking, they didn't let me go in the courtroom when she was talking. Or when her witnesses or whoever they had in, they did not let me go in the courtroom because, of course, they're going to keep me protected and keep me away from them. They had to keep us separate.
I got the other story. We're going to do that tomorrow.
My sister was able to be in there, and she was coming out telling me, like, her mama was sitting next to her and didn't even know that was my sister. And she had some picture. My sister was like, sis, I think they do some witchcraft or some old crazy stuff. I said, nah, them people is people of God. They Christian. And she was like, nah, sis, that picture that lady brought in that courtroom and that stuff that lady was talking, nah, sis, that something else going on. I was like, oh, okay, it's fine. I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. I've always been covered by the blood of Jesus. If I ain't going to do nothing else, I'm going to pray and I'm going to talk to that man upstairs and I'm going to keep him first. I might be cussing, I might be talking, I might be acting up, but I'm going to keep that man upstairs first, and favor ain't fair. So I don't play those kind of games. But anyway, she went to trial. They asked me my side of the story. I told them exactly what I just told y'all when it was time for me to go in there. She was waving it. She pulled it out and started waving it crazy, acting like she Medea or something. Her children was standing up in the back and my children was in the front, and then she followed me. She followed me and then she shot it in the air. Like, that didn't make any sense to me. I told them the same story. I didn't take nothing, I didn't add nothing, I didn't take nothing away. I told them the same story because that's what happened. You followed me with a firearm. You pulled it out. You waved it around. I mean, what was you doing? You was just pointing it and everything all across. I don't know what you had going on, but you had it. You brought it to scare me. You knew what you did. I mean, I don't understand why you made that video and what was you talking about. Like, this is something serious. This is crazy. You can't do that. You can't do that. And I'm glad you learned your lesson, because love will make you do some crazy things. But listen, I ain't never got that crazy when it came to no man. That's a bit overboard. I mean, you do what you do. But she lost trial. And if she lost, she was supposed to get 20 years. So she got half of them years, and she got some papers, and she did 8 of them years because victim assistance was notifying me before she come home. Yeah, she did that time because the jury found her guilty after they heard my story and after they seen the knife and after they heard the 911 call. Huh? You're guilty. All right, bye.
Damn, what to do, everyday people, man. Ooh-wee. That was a long one. But at least, you know, we got to the end where the girl went to jail. I guess there's more parts to the story, but I think it's telling other baby daddies and all that other stuff. But we got that. And I do got the other lady story, so I'm going to play that next, but not today. Y'all going to see it on another video. So, man, that's, you know, listen, man. You know, she was right. The man really let this stuff go on, but for the continuance of it, I think the girl had the other baby mama has to continue to take fault for her own actions. She did that. She absolutely did that, and it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Like, man, this guy has other kids. I'm gonna be honest. I would, for the other baby mama, this woman already has 5 kids. Why are you even beefing with her? Clearly, she may be worth it to somebody, but she not worth going to prison over. Because she was somebody else's woman before she was your baby daddy's woman. So, and even if that you risk your own freedom and your kids' livelihood because of your feelings, like, it's not even worth it. I got 5 kids too. I'm not about to fight another guy over no woman that I already had, or especially one I don't want, bro. Don't even come to me with those. Don't even have no animosity to me about no woman I done already had, or or a woman that I have currently, and that was your old thing, bro. Don't play with me because we're not doing that. First of all, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Um, I will call the police on you, and if it go any further, just say I ain't going. I ain't going. So I ain't even trying to start that beef, but I'm not even that type of person to put off that energy. I've been with people that been with ladies that have like, crazy baby daddies or whatever. But I be like, one of them before he even knew me was saying some crazy stuff, and I said, man, I want to see what he gonna say to me, like, cause he'll say this crazy shit to you, but when it come to me, he just when it came to me, he just wanted to check my temperature, and I'm like, bro, um, that yo, that ain't my kid, that's your kid. But what I'm not finna do is make an ass out of myself over your kid. That's your kid. If you don't have a reason to take care of them, you need to find one. If you don't have a reason to stay at to not be for me so you can see your kid, then you need to figure that out. Cause I ain't finna beef with you over your kid. Then I had no I was not there. When you and your woman was messing, when you and this woman was messing around, I wasn't there. When y'all broke up, I wasn't there. So you don't got no beef with me at all. Ain't no beef with me. Period. And whatever beef you have with her, I suggest you get over it because now she done moved on. And you should too. Because the only thing that y'all gonna be here for is y'all kid. And I'm not about to let her beef with you about your kid. If you want to see your kid, come pick him up. If you want to take care of your kid, you want to buy him school clothes, you want to, take him out to lunch, nigga, do that. You want to pay for their sports, do that. But any other case, if I gotta feed him, I gotta feed him. I'm not finna be like, oh, then your daddy don't want me feeding you. I'm not finna feed you. I'm not that type of person. So it's really the man who really got to set the tone, cause especially when it's like, I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about how women, y'all be doing it when there's other baby daddies involved. I'm talking about men. Men got to set the tone for other men when it comes to this type of stuff. And two bruised egos can make for a volatile situation. As we seen, it was at like a school dance where two men got into it. The new baby daddy got into it with the new boyfriend got into it with the baby daddy, and the new boyfriend killed the baby daddy at a dance recital in front of everybody. Two bruised egos can set some stuff off. Now for women, the only person you have to blame is the man. But if the man shows you that he's a liar and a cheater, and y'all two women are fighting over each other, over a man who clearly doesn't love either one of you, as women, y'all should realize it ain't us. We mad at what he did to us. And we mad because it was you that he did it with. But he never loved me enough to not put us in this situation. So why am I gonna fight over a man that never loved me enough to put me in this situation? And that's what y'all need to realize. Stop fighting over these lame niggas who not man enough to man up and stop it. But they won't. Anyway, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.